Let's carry on. So please. It seems I have some.
Okay, thank you.
Hola.
Sorry, Rebecca. Don't worry.
Okay, just give me a minute. Is it on? No? Okay, so finally we are going to try to present an overview of what was the project for us. He's Ruben from secondary school. He's a PE teacher and I'm Lilian. I'm a geography and history teacher. So as you can see, we are not English teachers. And it was a challenge for us to take part in this project. Project is PC4PI, as you know, and this is the small part that we have in our staff room, just for everybody to know that somebody was coming. And also our students, they prepare a welcome for them. And we always focus on the same things, but I noticed we also have the flags here, so it's a good way of identifying and ways of saying hello and so on. First time you meet this project with some people that was new here, the first thing that you have to be familiar with are the key concepts. So they talk to you about jobs hardware and you have no idea about what's that. Then they tell you that you are going to be an HS, a host teacher. Then they talk, we were involved in bilingualism and they come across with this thing that is plurilingualism and we have no idea about it. And then finally, this was a very nice word, dissemination, that we learned a lot about that. Now, in 2013, the Teacher Training Center offered us to join this project. We have no idea at all about what was this, even though at our school we were working with 4 languages. So we got the mother tongue, that was the Spanish, and then English, German and French as foreign language. But what we noticed is that we were working completely separately. Okay, they were isolated languages, no link between them. This is one of the things that we realized, that we have a gap that we are trying to fill in nowadays. We were working with some cross-curricular projects, but we didn't bear in mind that they weren't multicultural at all. Okay, so we are just mixing history with English. We have no kind of linguistic project at school. We were working with language assistants, and sometimes they were implementing some cultural activities, but it wasn't enough. Now, when they offered the project, what we liked about it? First of all, it was focused on teachers. Because all projects that are offered, they are always focused on students, so we felt important. We felt that was something very nice for us. The second thing that we really like is this thing about the vertical approach. That means that the project was focused on from teachers that are being trained to be a teacher. That means this school to teachers from secondary school. So they have the students at the university itself, the teacher training center, primary, secondary, and so on. And I really like the picture because, like, the idea is like sometimes we work in a vertical way, sometimes in an horizontal, but the final approach is to that, okay, that we mix up everything, so we will have something that we really like. Second thing that we really like is that thing about the virtual learning environment, because we thought it was going to offer us opportunities to meet other people, cultures, students, schools, and so on. Also for our school it was important because it was a European project, so it was an opportunity to meet people and to have an open window to different things. And then the intercultural thing, because within, now we completely agree that it's one of the most important things. Then in 2014, I was going to Poland, and I got a meeting, and they said, you are going to be a job everywhere, you are going to self-reflect, and you have to take a cultural activity with you. So when I came back home, this was me. Okay, I was feeling completely crazy. I didn't know how to cope with it. They were saying, Marketa and Marketa Spencer said we were scared. I was awfully scared about this. But then you go to Poland, you develop your activity, and you learn a lot. First of all, you learn how the schools work, and you find similarities and differences. And the good thing is that you could implement in your school the things that you see there, that you like, and that you see they work. You met other teachers, and it's very nice to see different backgrounds and also different perspectives to the ones that we have. And I really like about that stage the afternoon reflection. So it was developing an activity, but then you have time for thinking about what you've done. But normally when I work, I come back home and I get on preparing something new again, but never reflect about that. So I really like it. And when you come with that dissemination, you have to give feedback to the teachers. So you have to think again about what you've done, and you create more ideas. When you come back, you are so enthusiastic that you cope with everything, you don't mind out. and you have a bit about what's plurilingualism. And there is something that has been said about culture, also the senses. And among the senses, when you taste things, you are also implementing the culture. So we always bring things from those trips, and you also said that's very important for students and for teachers in your school. Second year shadowing was done in Turkey by another colleague. I wasn't there, but she told me that there are important things. The second one that is going is this year, because the first one that has gone has tips. And you also said, for example, they said they've been the same during 3 job shadowings. And we noticed when we were reflecting these afternoons that they managed a lot what the idea about plurilingualism is. I think more than us, okay? And also we said that to have contact with the teacher beforehand, with the host teacher that is going to work with you, is really, really important. What happened at our school is that I worked with one student and a group of students, and next year they were involved also in the job shadowing. And what we really noticed is that they were very, very involved in producing things for the school the teacher was visiting. And that was very, very good for us, okay? Now in 2015, some activities were developed on the virtual learning environment. So it was important that they asked us to do a joint activity, but this time not with a job shadower, with my colleagues in my school. So it was the first time I was working with the German teacher, the French teacher, and me in the same class, and that was great. Okay, working with job shadowers has been incredible, and it's something different. But I also recommend you to work with your colleagues in a joint activity, because I think it's fantastic. And finally, in 2015, we were host teaching. It was terrible, it was awful, because you know we begin on the 17th of September and they were coming on the 21st, so organizing everything was terrible, but I think everything came out properly and well, and our students, they have really, really enjoyed it. Now, what for the future? We got a meeting, and teachers at our school, they gave different ideas. First of all, more teachers should be involved in the school, okay? That's what we think. We also think that teachers from the mother tongue, they should be involved, because they must be there, okay? And also that non-language teacher, mainly because I'm a non-language teacher, they're nice to be in the project, okay? And last thing is something linked with the Teacher Training Center. They are focused on something called linguistic project for the school, and we think it's something very, very good. Now, another thing is that we think that the students, because you've seen you've post pictures about the students and all those things, but we are using them. And I do a feedback with my students today, and they said, I enjoyed everything because I didn't know anything about Poland or Lithuania, so all the time was just learning new things. But the best thing was the joint activity, because we were more active. And that's the thing they really, really love. And the second thing that I really like about them is they say, I love this activity because I learn new languages, because I like to know new languages, and I like to feel new cultures. So I think that's the main point, so bear in mind that students should be there. What about teachers? This is a little bit of complaint. Now, I think we should be more active at the virtual learning environment, okay? We've used it, it's very useful, but we need to play a more active role. Also for the university, this feedback today I think is great, but I would have needed a little bit more before. fun. Okay, so I have really liked all the pieces you've done, but it's good if you have given some small pieces when we were working with it. And finally, pre-service secondary teachers, they are missed, and they should be. Okay, that's a lack, especially in Spain. Now, the good things. All these things that you can see here, all these things are the things that my teachers have said about this project, okay? That everything, especially cultural languages, they are great. So to finish with, this is the picture I have chosen. I think each tree that you can see here, they are the isolated languages and the way we were teaching at our school. And the good thing is that now, I think we look like this. We are not in a tree of languages, so we are just a whole tree with trying to integrate everything. Okay? So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, so, yeah, I have 20 minutes, 25, 20, 15, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay. After that, only a little to say. We all are teachers, we need to take care among us. This project takes care of us. This has been something very special for me and for you, I'm sure. I want to say only two things. You have said all that we need to listen to. Much work, trips, airports, lecturing in other countries, do the homework, like a pupil at night in a hotel, in a country and whatever. But I have finally a big complaint. I haven't found the application in order to join in the next project. I want to be a better teacher, and this project makes us better teachers. So I want to join in the next project like this. I want to know Marqueta again, and Mood, and Doigo, and all of you. And it has been short. So I need again. I need another high school in the whole Europe. Why not? So thank you. Thanks for everyone who has. Sorry, I'm getting nervous. So thanks to everybody that has worked extremely hard in order to run this project. You are great, and I hope to see you again. Okay, it's a lot of work, but it has been incredible. Thank you.